5:30, and we seem to have a quorum, and so we will call the meeting to order officially at 5:30. Welcome everybody to the 2024 sessions of the Downtown Development Authority. Can I get Parrish to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance, please?
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Parrish. And can I get a motion to adopt the agenda as is?
So moved. Second.
Parrish. Jack. All in favor? Show of hands. Any opposed? Motion's carried. Adopted agenda. Okay, moving on into new business is the first item, appointment and administration of oath for our new city council liaison, Dr. Sunny Proctor. So I will turn that over to Mayor Kirk Raffield.
Thanks for getting used to it.
Good evening.
Evening.
Come on down. Yes, you certainly can, sir.
My wife couldn't make it. Can we switch?
Yes, sir.
Thanks, this way.
So you're off thing right here.
See, now I got the backside of you, Sonny.
Well, it's not the biggest part of it. Even though it may appear so from that angle.
All right, what I'll do is I'll make you word for word. If you'll say aye, your name, I'll read it and then at the end, so help me God. I state your name.
I, Sonny Proctor,
Do swear or affirm that I will well and truly perform the duties of member of the Downtown Development Authority to the best of my abilities and will take only my lawful compensation.
go ahead.
I do further swear or affirm that I am not the holder of any unaccounted for public money due this state or any political subdivision or authority thereof. That I am not the holder of any office of trust under the government of the United States, any other state, or any foreign state which I am prohibited from holding by the laws of the state of Georgia. And that I am otherwise qualified to hold said office according to the Constitution and laws of Georgia, and that I will support the constitutions of the United States and of this state, so help me God.
So help me God, I will.
One more. State of Georgia loyalty oath. I state your name.
I, Sonny Proctor,
A citizen of the city of Jasper, Pickens County, Georgia, and being an elected official of the city of Jasper, Georgia, and the recipient of public funds for services rendered as such employee, do hereby solemnly swear and affirm that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of Georgia, so help me God.
I will, so help me God.
Congratulations,
Thank you,
sir.
sir.
Congratulations.
Thank you, Kim.
Thank you, Sonny, and welcome, or thank you, Kirk. Welcome, Sonny.
Thank you very much. I'm very honored and excited. Y'all know who came up with So Help Me God? George Washington.
Well, that's been around for a day or two then, hasn't it?
Very well.
Thank you, Sonny. We're glad to have you. We've been at this a long time, haven't we, Dr. Proctor?
Yeah.
So we just keep on keeping on. Item number 2 is the election of 2024 officers. And the first would be the office of chairperson. Can I get a motion for the chair?
I'll make a motion that Amy Leake continue as our chairman.
Second.
Marty and Parrish, all in favor of Amy as the chairperson for 2024? Let me see a show of hands, please. Any opposed? Motion carried. And for the position for the 2024 co-chair, can I have a motion?
Make a motion that Parrish Lauer be our co-chair,
Second.
2024.
Motion for Parrish Lowry for co-chair of 2024. Can I see a show of hands? Any opposed? That motion's carried, and Parrish will be the co-chair of the DDA for 2024. And our next officer position would be for secretary treasurer. Can I get a motion for the secretary treasurer 2021?
Nominate Jay Cornelius to be our secretary treasurer for 2024.
Second.
Can I get a show of hands, all in favor of Jay for treasurer secretary 2024? Any opposed? Motion's carried. And Jay will be our secretary treasurer for 2024. Welcome back, gentlemen. Now we got work to do. Moving on to organizational updates from each committee, but in December of 2023, the DDA held a work session at the library, and we had invited Tamara Brock from Georgia Power to come facilitate for us. And in that meeting, or work session, excuse me, we developed a 1-year and a 5-year strategic plan. I have a copy of that if any member of the public or press would like to see that. I'm just going to go over some of the highlights of that. What did we want to see the DDA accomplish based upon our strategic plan? Engage community partners, create a boundary map, budget development, some speaker systems on Main Street, that's in process, Perot Park, banner calendar, Main Street program, etc. We were asked, what does success look like for the Jasper DDA? Top of our list made events, a positive public perception, a vibrant downtown, financial stability within the DDA, good leadership and involved leadership, knowledgeable city staff in the DDA, and a proactive approach, meaning planning, and more planning. Next, we were asked, what is Jasper's story? And this was a fun project we did. Of course, these were all opinions, but they were kind of fun, being a story of success, a small town feel. We needed a variety of things to do, both family and adult. Jasper is rising to the occasion. DDA incentives and opportunities, partnerships, and promotions. Other additional ideas of importance was to hire a staff person to be a liaison between the city and the DDA. Planning for board members, active and ongoing list. We do have a current position open on our DDA. Make sure our policy and bylaws are reviewed, maybe a membership program and a Main Street program completion. We're working very hard with City Council on that, and hopefully that'll be something we accomplish in 2024. Some suggested areas of focus, maybe the staff person, the membership program, Main Street program, and following the 5-year strategic plan. We had probably a 4 or 5 hour session. It was very productive for us, and we're looking forward to moving forward with our strategic plan. Any notes or any ideas or comments from the board before we move forward from our DDA board retreat? Co-chair?
I think it was very successful. Thank you for putting that together. I think it's important to note that this is what we've accomplished so far. There's a lot of information in there. It's very high-level stuff. I think what we got to do now is maybe put some details to each of these areas and select a timeline for each thing, and that's kind of the next step before we finalize it. And then I think as a board we adopt it. Next steps.
Next steps adopted. Anybody else want to talk about our planning session?
Madam Chairman.
Yes.
I want to, as a matter of record, a couple of things I just want to mention. I know there's been a lot of misinformation that may have been passed in the last year or 2 years concerning what the city has, what the city doesn't have, what the city will do, what the city won't do. what the city's doing and what the city is not doing. But I hope that, and that's to no discredit of any of the members or our staff, but I pledge to make sure that we have less of that. Specifically as it relates to this document, and I've been doing a lot of homework this week, the mapping situation is something we have to look at very carefully. There are bonds at stake that we have, the city has gotten in the past with some debt consolidation that we did that expounded our downtown development area. And even though I've been told that we don't have a true map of a central business district, I believe not to be the case. And so when we go through that process, we have to just make sure that we carefully do our due diligence. And again, y'all done a great job. So that's the main thing that I want to say. I have talked to the DCA already, had a very nice conversation with the young lady Elizabeth, who I think I met at the strategic planning a couple of years ago. And the city has already developed a job description for that staff position. And today I spent some time visiting the DDA site and looking at job descriptions from across the state. And some of them I think really fit very closely. There's some cities that are kind of close to our heart. There's even a small city, approximately our size, that has a great job description. So I'll be going through that and working with y'all, and Elizabeth has also committed to work with staff and with the DDA to help expedite that position. And so I'm looking forward to that as well.
Dr. Proctor, thank you so much for your hard work. We are excited to have you on board as we move forward. Thank you so much. Any other comments about our retreat and work session? Very excited. Okay, moving right along to our second update, the Downtown Live. We'll let Jay present our update.
Thank you, Madam Chairwoman. Downtown Live over the past 2 years has been a success for the community, and we intend to continue that success. We're planning 4 events this year. The dates are May 11, June 8, July 13, and August 10. We've also had a number of private citizens reach out and offer their services or offer to help us on a volunteer basis to help improve the event as a whole, improve the communication around the event, and just make it a better overall experience for the entire community. So we're looking forward to working with some of those individuals. We've got to sort out exactly how we would work with them. Then it would be discussed here and be approved by the board before we continue. And we're looking forward to getting all those events on the calendar, and looking forward to seeing another 4,000 or 5,000 people show up on Main Street on those Saturday nights. We are also open to talking to other people who want to host events similar to Downtown Live about how we might work with them. We're entertaining offers from musical acts and other entertainers that can help bring more diversity to the entertainment lineup. We're looking at other ways to help vendors be more involved and also be more successful at the event. And suggestions from the public and comments from the public are certainly welcome. JasperDowntownLive.com will be updated very soon with the new dates and with new forms for how to get in touch with all of us about any ideas or suggestions you might have about the event or any questions you might have. We're happy to answer.
Anything else to add to that, Marty?
No, I don't have anything this time.
And all of these, this is still in planning phases, so we haven't met with our Main Street business owners or anything yet. So
That's
this
right.
is just
The next thing we will do is set a meeting with the Main Street business owners, with all of the people who participated last year, all of the sponsors and vendors, to get their feedback. And we will bring that feedback back to the board and then consider how we might change event day plans. We have not committed to any performance or musicians or entertainers or anything yet. So we need to look at all of that as one big plan before we decide to commit to anything. Then throughout the year we'll have meetings on a regular basis to make sure everything is going according to plan. And then at the end of the season next year, we'll also have a post-mortem meeting to see how things went and discuss how we can improve it again for 2025.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
Can you ensure that it's going to be warmer
I cannot.
than it is now?
I
It's
cannot.
election year.
No,
Please.
no, I wish I could, but that's outside my control. It's even outside my influence. I can't do much about it.
Okay, all right. I was just checking.
Any other comments from the board about our downtown live events? Awesome. Those have been fun, challenging, and rewarding, but I think it has really put Jasper on the map. So good job to my fellow DDA board members in the planning and implementation of that event. Any other questions or comments from the DDA board before we move forward?
I have just one.
Yes.
Again, welcome, Sonny. Glad you're here.
There's-
I want to thank Mayor Raffield for his service on the DDA. He's been, I think Kirk and I worked together closely on a few initiatives, and he was very helpful, very insightful, and helped us get a lot more organized than we were when we started our tenure with you. So thank you for your service. Appreciate it very much.
Well, thank you.
Whatever
It was
you
not.
need those days.
Yes, we know.
Yes, we're gonna miss you, Kirk, but we got you right here in our back pocket.
Yeah, I'm still
You're-
here.
You're literally not going anywhere.
Nope.
So keep your running shoes on. And congratulations on your newly appointed, or elected, excuse me, position as mayor. Any other questions or comments from the board? Any questions or comments from the public?
I would like to just introduce someone this evening. This is Lori Waters. She is going to be our next city clerk. She starts on February the 5th. You'll see her at the council meeting on February the 5th. And so she wanted to come and get a taste of what a DDA meeting was like. So welcome to everyone. We've got Jack Dunn, Jay Cornelius, Amy Leake, Parrish Lowry, Marty Callahan, and then our council liaison, Dr. Proctor.
Nice to meet you.
Believe we've met.
I believe we have.
I'm glad you finally made it over to the teams.
I know it took me a while. It made me think about myself. You know, why did it take me so long, right?
Well, I knew back then that you were gonna eventually end up here. So.
Well, I appreciate that, sir. I appreciate that.
We're glad to
Well,
have you.
yeah.
Thank you.
I appreciate
it.
Thank you.
She's going to be a great addition to the city team. She comes from the city of Canton, so we were able to lure her back home.
25 and a half years down there, so, and I live literally 8/10 from here, 8/10 of a mile from here. So I've really enjoyed everything that you've done. I love seeing the city grow. And it's, you know, kind of that, I want to be in my hometown when I'm working
Yeah,
and work for my hometown.
yeah.
Mhm.
Glad to have you.
I
Congratulations.
appreciate that.
That's awesome. Glad to have you.
Thank you.
And to know you're a Jasper girl too.
Mhm.
Awesome. Wonderful.
Yep,
Well, welcome.
welcome.
Glad to have you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Any other public comments or questions? If not, we will need to move into an executive session for real estate. I need a motion for that.
So moved.
Second.
Parrish and Jack. All in favor of moving into the executive session, may I have a show of hands? Any opposed? Motion carried, and that now takes us into executive session.